Chosen one, if you are hearing this now, know that it was never random. Your soul brought you here. The whispers you spoke in silence, the quiet cries of your heart in the middle of long nights, have not gone unheard. They echoed across realms and dimensions. And today, this very moment, is the first answer returning back to you. This is not the start of your journey, but the moment you finally begin to see why you were walking in darkness for so long. From this moment forward, financial pain will not have power over you. Scarcity will no longer speak the loudest in your life. The invisible chains that once wrapped themselves around your hopes, your ideas, and your worth, they are beginning to fall. Slowly, quietly, but completely. And I need you to feel this. I need you to feel the shift in the atmosphere around you. Because right now, chosen one, your energy is aligning with something much greater than what your bank account shows or what your past tells you. Something ancient, something divine, something that says you were never meant to live in lack. The universe is not delayed. It is precise. And if you're here, it means the timing was finally perfect for you to remember the truth you buried under survival. You were not created to chase money. You were created to become the kind of person that money is drawn to. But first, let's unlearn what was never yours to carry. You were told that wealth was for others, that prosperity is for a chosen few, that being good meant accepting little, and struggling made you more deserving of heaven. Those were lies. You are not more sacred when you suffer. You are not more righteous when you shrink your desires. You are chosen to expand, to overflow, to break through every belief that told you to just get by. And now, the breakthrough is no longer a dream. It is happening. So breathe. Not a shallow breath, a full, open, receiving breath. Let it fill your body with the knowing. I was always meant to have more. You see, abundance does not begin in your wallet. It begins in your spirit. It begins in the place where belief is planted and watered every day with thought, emotion, and intention. And right now, your belief is shifting. Right now, you're no longer asking, is it possible? But whispering, it's already happening. Because it is. Let this truth wash over you gently. You will never worry about money again. Not because of luck. Not because someone handed you a shortcut. But because your energy has finally come home to its original frequency. The frequency of abundance. And the universe? It responds to energy. Not struggle. Not begging. Not fear. It answers alignment. So I ask you now, chosen one, what are you aligning with? Are you aligning with the voice that says, not enough? Or are you stepping into the voice that says, I've always had everything I needed inside me? I need you to say this out loud, even if your voice trembles. I am open to receiving all that is mine. I release the fear. I release the guilt. I release the story that said I had to earn love. By staying small. Say it. And say it again, because words are not just sounds. They are contracts. And today, you are signing a new one. One where wealth is not a reward, but a reflection of your inner truth. Let me tell you something that the world didn't want you to know. Money is not the prize. You are. Money comes where worth is embodied. And right now, as your posture begins to change, as your chest rises with breath, as your mind calms and your spirit lifts, you are stepping into your worth. And worth doesn't chase. It attracts. It attracts opportunities. It attracts ideas. It attracts people, conversations, synchronicities. But more than anything, it attracts the version of you that was waiting on the other side of every hardship you've endured. This is not magic. This is law. And laws do not ask for permission. They operate in truth. So let me give you the truth. One more time, you will never worry about money again. But don't just believe my words. Feel your own power waking up. Can you sense it? That tingle in your chest? That quiet voice saying, maybe this time it's different? That's not hope. That's remembrance. Have you ever felt like God wasn't speaking through the clouds, but through the quiet strength rising inside you? If this message resonated deep within your spirit, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe now and become part of a space where your truth is honored, your voice is heard, and your journey is sacred. Comment below with "I align with abundance" to seal this shift in your energy. Every comment anchors your intention. Every word you write declares who you're becoming. You're not alone in this. This is your invitation to walk with a tribe that remembers. Let's rise together. Let the universe see your readiness. That's your soul recognizing something it already knew. You were never meant to be ordinary. You were never meant to just survive. And now the part of you that tried to keep it all together finally gets to rest. The part that hustled in fear, the part that cried in silence, the part that felt forgotten while watching others rise. That part can breathe now, because this is your rise. This is the day the universe shows you it was never ignoring you. It was preparing you. Chosen one, if you feel this, write it. Yes, write it. Because writing anchors intention. Write in the comments, "I align with abundance." And if you feel called, add the number 77. Not for superstition, but because 77 holds frequency. Divine numeric vibration that unlocks energetic gates. Your words matter. Your voice matters. And the moment you release them into the world, you are no longer hoping. You are creating. So create boldly. Create richly. Create from the knowing that your next step will not be taken alone. The universe is moving beside you, behind you, in front of you. And every step it takes is to deliver what you once thought was too far away. But it's here now. Are you ready to receive it? Then stay with me, because we are only beginning. Chosen one, you've heard it your whole life, haven't you? That money is hard to earn. That you have to fight for every little thing. That you should settle for less just to survive. That peace and wealth do not belong in the same sentence. But what if I told you none of that was ever true? What if the real truth, the one they kept hidden, was that you were never meant to chase money at all? Because chasing is the act of the unworthy. And you, chosen one, were born already worthy. So let's speak it plainly now. You are not here to run after things. You are here to remember that what is yours will come to you when you stop running away from who you really are. And who you are is powerful beyond measure. But they told you otherwise. They told you that your worth depended on what you could produce. That rest was laziness. That wanting more meant being greedy. That talking about money was selfish. That success was only for others. And you believed them, not because you were weak, but because you were loyal. Loyal to your family. Loyal to your roots. Loyal to your past. Loyal to your old identity, the one shaped by fear instead of power. But that identity is shedding now, right now. As these words reach your spirit, an old shell is cracking. The version of you that believed lack was normal is dissolving. The version that normalized struggle is surrendering. And in its place, something ancient is returning. Something bold. Something certain. It is the knowing that you were designed for overflow. You are not placed on this earth to fear the cost of living. You are not called by the divine to lose sleep over bills or bury your dreams beneath unpaid balances. No. You were born with a current of abundance flowing through your veins. And that current is awakening. Chosen one, your soul is rising into remembrance. Not of what the world told you you are, but what the universe always knew. That your name was written next to provision, not punishment. That your destiny includes ease, not endless effort. You are no longer trying to prove your worth. You are beginning to embody it. And as your energy shifts, everything shifts. You no longer look at money as a number in your account. You see it as what it really is, A mirror, a reflection of the vibration you walk in, a response to the self-image you hold when no one is watching. So let's talk about that image. When you close your eyes, who do you see? Is it someone surviving? Or someone creating? Is it someone waiting for permission? Or someone walking in divine authority? Because the money you're asking for can only find the version of you that believes it deserves to be found. The universe doesn't pay you based on effort. It pays you in proportion to your alignment. That's why two people can work the same job in the same building and live entirely different lives. One is aligned with fear, the other with flow. And flow doesn't just mean ease, it means certainty. That you're not begging the universe for scraps, but receiving from it because you finally see yourself as worthy. So right now, I want you to pause. I want you to place your hand over your heart and say, I remember who I am. Let that statement ripple through your chest. Let it undo years of programming. Let it echo louder than the voice that says, you'll always have to fight for more, because you won't. Fighting was the old pattern. But now, you are choosing a new rhythm. The rhythm of receiving. Receiving ideas that lead to wealth. Receiving opportunities that once seemed impossible. Receiving rest without guilt. Joy without cost. Prosperity without punishment. This isn't fantasy. This is frequency. And your frequency is shifting with every breath you take in alignment with truth. Now some may ask, but how can I believe this when nothing around me is changing? And to that, I say faith always sees before the eyes do. The physical world is slow to catch up to spiritual alignment. But that doesn't mean it's not working. It means it's building. So keep going. Even if your bank account doesn't look different yet, even if the bills are still there, even if the people around you don't understand what you're stepping into, because you are not living their story. You are writing your own. And your story is not one of lack. It is one of legacy. You were born to show what happens when someone dares to believe they were made for more. Chosen one, I want you to begin shifting your questions. Instead of asking, how do I get more money? Ask, how do I become the version of me who money is already looking for? Because the money is already here. The wealth is already surrounding you. The opportunities are already whispering your name, but they need a clear signal. That signal comes from within. It comes from the way you speak to yourself, the way you carry your body, the way you show up even when there is no applause. So speak differently. Say, money flows to me easily because I no longer block it. I attract abundance, not because I'm special, but because I remember who I am. I am not chasing, I am creating. And then, act like someone who believes that. Move like someone who trusts that. Spend, save, give. Rest like someone who knows the universe is your partner, not your punisher. Because that is the truth. Chosen one, you are never being tested. You are being trained. And now the training is over. It's time to live what you've learned. So write it, speak it, feel it, move with it. And watch as what once felt far becomes your daily reality. Watch how people begin to treat you differently, not because they changed, but because you did. Watch how the ideas begin to flow, not because you forced them, but because you opened the channel. Watch how the universe starts responding, not to your fear, but to your faith. This is not a motivational moment. This is a spiritual shift. And you, chosen one, are at the center of it. Stay with me. We are only just beginning to unlock what was always yours. Chosen one, you may not see it yet, but something in your energy has already begun to shift. And I need you to listen closely now, because the moment you recognize that shift, your entire relationship with money will never be the same again. For too long, you were conditioned to look outward for your answers. You searched the world for signs, for strategies, for systems that promised abundance. But the truth was never. Out there, it was buried deep within you, waiting for the right vibration, the right awareness, the right moment to rise. And that moment is now. You see, financial freedom is not a distant future. It is a present alignment. The moment you release the belief that money is hard, money becomes easy. The moment you stop repeating the story that wealth is for someone else, the universe begins to reveal the truth. It has always been for you. Because, chosen one, abundance is not a reward. It's a response. It responds to your thoughts. It responds to your words. It responds to the way you carry yourself when no one is watching. So if your outer world has been stuck, it is not because you are broken. It is because you were still vibrating in the memory of struggle. But now you are remembering something different. Now you are stepping into a new truth. Money is not earned through exhaustion. It is attracted through alignment. Let that sink in. Let it challenge what you were taught. Let it rise up and undo everything inside you that still believes success must be painful. You are not here to prove your value through suffering. You are here to embody your value through remembrance. So let us return to the truth. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are simply shifting, and that shift is real. It is sacred, and it is the reason everything is about to accelerate. Chosen one, it is time to stop speaking the language of lack. Every word you speak carries energy. Every thought you repeat is a seed. And every belief you hold becomes the soil from which your life grows. So what are you growing? Are you growing debt? Are you growing delay? Are you growing doubt? Or are you growing abundance? It's not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing in each moment to align your energy with the life you want, not the life you fear. And when you do that, the universe listens. It listens when you speak boldly. It listens when you affirm, I am wealthy. It listens when you walk into a room as if every door is already open to you, because it is. The moment you step into your divine identity, the world begins to reflect it. Suddenly, ideas come effortlessly. People appear unexpectedly. Opportunities find their way to your front door without you needing to knock. Why? Because you are no longer asking for abundance. You are becoming it. You are no longer praying from fear. You are speaking from faith. You are no longer waiting. You are walking. And this walk is sacred. It's not always loud. It's not always fast. But it is always forward. Chosen one, the reason so much has felt stuck is not because the blessings aren't there. It's because your inner voice was still trying to negotiate your worth. You don't need to earn what was always meant for you. You need only to align with it. Alignment is not about effort. It's about energy. So let's align now. Let's speak what the old version of you was afraid to say. I am done living in fear of money. I am done settling for less than I deserve. I am done shrinking my dreams to fit into other people's limitations. Say it, even if your hands are shaking, even if your voice is small, because every word you declare with truth carries the weight of 1,000 steps forward. And as you speak, something happens. Your vibration rises. Your aura expands. Your path clears. Because you've earned it, but because you finally accepted it. This, chosen one, is the shift that changes everything. It's not a strategy. It's not a business plan. It's not a lucky break. It is you. You are the shift. You are the turning point. You are the moment the pattern ends. And once it ends, it cannot return, because a new frequency has taken its place. A frequency that calls in wealth. A frequency that holds the vibration of more than enough. A frequency that reminds the universe, I am ready now. And the universe, in all its intelligence, responds without hesitation. But remember, this journey will still test you, not to punish you, but to strengthen you, because the version of you that holds great wealth must also hold great clarity, great peace, and great vision. So when moments of doubt come, and they will return to this truth. You are not chasing money. You are remembering your magnetism. You are not forcing outcomes. You are flowing in faith. And faith is not blind. It is brave. Brave enough to walk when the road is unclear. Brave enough to rest when the world screams hustle. Brave enough to say, I trust the process, even when the results aren't visible yet. Because faith always precedes manifestation. Chosen one, you are closer than you think. Not because something outside of you is changing, but because everything inside of you already has. So write it, anchor it, declare it. I am already wealthy. I am already enough. I am already in the flow. And feel how different that sounds. Feel how deeply that lands in your spirit. Because this is not just a message. It is a mirror. It is showing you the truth that your soul has always known, and your mind is only now beginning to catch up with. Are ready. You are ready to receive. You are ready to become. Stay here. We are just beginning. Chosen one, if you could see what the universe has already arranged for you, you would never doubt again. If you could feel the flood of provision that is moving toward you even now, you would no longer ask if it's possible. You would be preparing to receive it, because the truth is simple. Your frequency is your future. And right now, that frequency is rising. No one told you this before, but everything you desire is already formed in the unseen. Every blessing, every breakthrough, every deposit of wealth has already taken shape. The only thing that determines how and when it reaches you is the energy you hold. And that energy is shifting. You are no longer anchored in fear. You are floating upward into faith. You are no longer attached to the memory of lack. You are becoming the embodiment of divine overflow. You no longer wake up wondering how you will make it. You rise knowing that it is already done. Chosen one, this is the moment the old story no longer fits. The story where you had to prove your worth. The story where you had to carry it all alone. The story where you had to beg the universe to see you. You don't have to beg when you remember you belong. And you do. You belong in rooms of wealth. You belong in conversations of expansion. You belong in realities where money flows not because you force it, but because you've finally stopped resisting it. Let me ask you this. What if the only thing standing between you and the life you desire is a single belief you're still holding? Not a curse, not bad luck, not someone else's permission. Just one small belief that whispers you're still not ready. And what if today, right now, that belief crumbled? What if it dissolved with every breath you take in alignment? What if it no longer had a voice because you decided to raise the volume of your truth? Then the shift would become permanent. Then the flow would become normal. Then the wealth would arrive, not as a miracle, but as the most natural outcome of your energy. Chosen one, your energy is your message to the universe. So what is your energy saying? Is it saying, I'm waiting? Or is it saying, I've already received? Is it saying, I hope? Or is it saying, I know? Because the universe does not respond to need. It responds to certainty. And certainty is not loud, it is still dotted. Is rooted. It is quiet confidence that says, I don't need proof to believe, because my belief is the proof. So right now, say it with your whole being. I no longer entertain fear about money. I walk in trust. I am the vessel through which wealth flows. Feel how those words shift the room around you. They are not just declarations. They are alignments. They are keys. And each time you speak them, another door opens. Another wall falls. Another opportunity finds its way to you, not because you chased it, but because you became a match for it. This is the secret they never told. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. And chosen one, are becoming abundance itself, not just financially. but in your thoughts, in your habits, then your posture, in your silence. You are walking into rooms with a new vibration, and that vibration does more. Then speak it commands, it commands resources, it commands respect, it commands favor. Not because you demanded it, but because you no longer resisted it. Resistance was the old self's protection, it was how you survived when you believed you were powerless. But now, you are remembering that power is your nature, not your reward, so breathe that in. Let it settle. Let it uproot the last remnants of the lie that said wealth was far away, it was never far, it was simply waiting for you to remember who you are. Chosen one, your new frequency will confuse people. They won't understand your peace in the middle of uncertainty. They won't understand your joy when the circumstances haven't yet caught up. They won't understand how doors open for you without explanation. But you will, because you know this is the fruit of alignment. This is the harvest of belief, that this is the result of doing the unseen work of becoming. You didn't skip the process. You honored it. You didn't take the shortcut. You became the path. And now, the universe is responding, it is rearranging circumstances in your favor, it is assigning people to bless you, it is turning your past pain into present provision, because when your vibration rises, everything around you must either rise with you or fall away, and you no longer chase what's falling. You no longer shrink for the comfort of others. You no longer apologize for the wealth that is drawn to your frequency, you receive, not as a stranger to abundance, but as one who is born from it, so let this be the new prayer. I no longer pray from panic. I pray from power. Let this be the new posture. I no longer bow to fear. I stand in flow. Let this be the new practice. I no longer hustle. I align. And as you align, the universe aligns with you. Not someday, not maybe, but now, right now. As you listen, something is unlocking in you. Something quiet, something holy, something irreversible. Chosen one, you have remembered your true identity. And because of that, you will never move the same again. You will never think the same. You will never attract the same, because now your frequency matches your future, Stay in this vibration, let it lead. Let it call in what your old self could never. Hold, let it reveal that money was never the goal. You were the one meant to overflow. You were the one chosen to break the cycle. You were the one born for this. Let's keep going. We are not done. Yet, chosen one, there comes a moment on the path where you no longer question if the shift is real. You begin to see it, you begin to feel it in the way you wake up in the morning, no longer heavy with dread. You begin to hear it in the way your inner voice speaks to you, no longer doubting, but declaring. You begin to witness it in your world, small signs at first, but undeniable, an unexpected opportunity, a debt reduced without effort, stranger's kindness that opens a new door, a sense of calm in the middle of what used to break you. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. Confirmations that the frequency you chose is now choosing you back, because abundance is not only felt, it is seen, and now, chosen one, you are stepping into the season of evidence. You no longer have to explain your journey. You no longer have to convince yourself that it's working, it is working, it has always been working. Even in the silent spaces, even in the quiet days where nothing seemed to move, even in the tears you cried behind closed doors when no one saw how hard you were trying. Those moments were never lost. They were recorded. They were felt. They were translated into motion by a universe that responds to the unseen effort, and now that motion is becoming visible, It may start small. A shift in a conversation, a payment you forgot was due suddenly handled, an idea that feels so clear it makes your heart race, But small does not mean insignificant dot. It means strategic dot. The universe builds gently dot because the foundation it is laying in your life is meant to hold great things. And you, chosen one, are no longer the version of yourself that fears what comes next dot. You are the version that prepares. You prepare not with panic, but with peace dot. Not with urgency, but with understanding dot. You prepare because you know that when miracles begin, they do not knock, they flow. And they are flowing now dot. So I ask you, are you open? Are you open to receiving what you did not expect? Are you open to saying yes to what you once thought was too good to be true? Because you must understand something deeply now. Your blessings are not delayed. They were being developed. They were waiting for you to become the one who could hold them. And now that you are here, fully present, fully ready, they are finding their way to you. The money you thought was far is already in motion. The support you thought was missing is already on the path. The freedom you feared was unreachable is now entering through the very door you once thought was closed dot. This is your evidence season. Chosen one, I want you to write something down. Write this, not as a wish, but as a recognition. It's already happening for me. Feel the vibration of those words dot. Say them slowly dot. Say them confidently dot. Say them until every cell in your body rises to meet that truth, because what you affirm becomes what you attract, and you are no longer attracting from fear. You are attracting from flow dot. You are no longer hoping in silence. You are rejoicing in certainty dot. This is what alignment feels like. The inner knowing that requires no external validation. The spiritual clarity that clears every doubt. The shift that no one else can see, but you feel it. And because you feel it, you walk differently. You carry yourself as one who is chosen. Not entitled dot. Not arrogant, but assured dot. You speak not to impress, but to bless. You act not to be seen, but because your soul is moving ahead of your circumstances. And every time you honor that internal nudge, the universe responds with visible grace. Because now, chosen one, the flow has become your new foundation. You no longer ask for breadcrumbs. You expect the feast. You no longer count coins. You command overflow. You no longer repeat affirmations as if begging for change. You embody them as a natural language of your being. This is the life you were always meant to live dot. And though the journey took you through deserts, through silence, through empty rooms and unanswered prayers, none of it was wasted. Every moment was necessary dot. Every delay was divine dot. Every detour was a direction, because it led you here, to the place where you no longer just believe in miracles. You live among them dot. So keep noticing, keep celebrating, keep honoring the shifts. No matter how subtle, the way someone looks at you differently, the way a bill gets paid without pressure, the way you suddenly feel peace when looking at your future dot. These are not ordinary moments. They are indicators. Indicators that your frequency is not only attracting abundance, it is anchoring it dot. And when abundance is anchored, it multiplies dot. So protect this vibration dot. Do not return to old fear out of habit dot. Do not shrink for the comfort of those who have not yet remembered their own power dot. Do not silence your joy to match someone else's disbelief. You are not here to dim. You are here to demonstrate. Demonstrate what happens when one soul aligns so completely with truth that money, opportunities, clarity, and favor can no longer stay away. They orbit around you now, not because you forced them, but because you became the gravity dot. So chosen one, let this be your practice. Wake up and say, today I walk in evidence. Before you sleep, say, everything is moving in my favor. And throughout the day, whisper, I am surrounded by unseen grace. Not because you are trying to create it, but because you are now aware enough to recognize it. This is the rhythm of the aligned dot. This is the reality of the chosen. This is your now dot. Stay with me, because there is one more door ahead. And what's behind it will change everything. Chosen one, now that you've remembered, now that the shift has taken hold, now that your frequency has risen beyond fear, beyond survival, beyond doubt, let us speak plainly. You are no longer becoming. Abundance. You are abundance. And because of that, the life you once only imagined has already begun to unfold in dimensions you cannot yet see, but will soon walk in. This is no longer about seeking wealth. This is about holding it, maintaining it, walking in it, even when the world around you moves in chaos. Because true abundance is not the money in your hand. It is the silence in your soul when the bank account is still catching up, and yet you feel no fear. It is the calm that follows you, the clarity that surrounds you, the knowing that whatever leaves will return multiplied. This is what you've entered. This is the life that was always waiting on the other side of alignment. Chosen one, this is now your identity. And with identity comes responsibility. Not the kind born from burden, but the kind born from awareness. You are now aware that your energy shapes your experience. You are now aware that your thoughts are invitations. You are now aware that your worth is not negotiable. So what do you do with this awareness? You protect it. You preserve it. You live from it. You do not return to the old thoughts for comfort. You do not revisit lack just because it is familiar. You stay. You stay in this frequency. You stay in this trust. You stay in this certainty. And you keep choosing it daily. Even when the noise tries to enter, even when the old self whispers from the shadows, even when those around you speak the language of limitation, you are no longer available for that reality. You are no longer compatible with fear. You have upgraded. And what no longer matches you must either rise to meet you or fall away. And that, too, is abundance. Letting go. Letting go of struggle as an identity. Letting go of guilt when good things come easily. Letting go of relationships that call you back into scarcity. Letting go of thoughts that make you question your worth. Letting go of the need to explain your blessings to those who still believe in suffering. You are not here to prove yourself. You are here to hold yourself. Hold yourself in alignment. Hold yourself in integrity. Hold yourself in the vibration of wealth. Not for applause, not for validation, but because you have tasted the truth. And once truth is tasted, nothing else satisfies. So what now, chosen one? Now you build. Now you expand. Now you walk as a demonstration. Let your life become the evidence that abundance is not for the few. It is for the aligned. Let your peace become a lighthouse for those still stuck in the storm. Let your overflow become a blessing that touches lives you'll never even meet. Because abundance is not selfish. It is generous. It is not loud. It is certain. It does not beg. It radiates. And now you radiate. Not because you tried to, but because you became. Because you stayed through the transformation. Because you chose to listen when everything else said give up. Because you believed before the proof. And now that proof is your path. Chosen one. Abundance is now your normal. And like all things natural, it must be nurtured. You nurture it with gratitude. Gratitude not only for what has arrived, but for what is still coming. Gratitude not only for the money, but for the wisdom that taught you how to hold it. Gratitude not only for the freedom, but for the days when you had to fight to remember you are never bound. This gratitude becomes your fuel. It multiplies everything it touches. Say it now. I am grateful for the unseen flow. I am grateful for the visible miracles. I am grateful for the wealth that expands as I expand. And as you say it, feel how the energy shifts around you. Feel how the universe listens. It always has. It heard you on the nights when you whispered through tears. It saw you when no one clapped for your quiet progress. It felt you rise. Silently, faithfully, even when it looked like nothing was changing. And now it responds, not with random blessings, but with strategic alignment. Because you are now aligned. And from this place, anything is possible. So dream again. Dream wildly. Boldly. Dream is the version of you that no longer asks permission. Not from people. Not from pain. Not from the past. You are no longer the wounded version of yourself trying to earn their way into abundance. You are the healed version who knows they were born from it. So go. Build the life that once felt out of reach. Start the business. Make the move. Write the book. Share the story. Open the doors. Know this. You are supported. You are carried. You are protected. And you are chosen not because you were better, but because you remembered. You remembered who you are. And that remembrance unlocked everything. Chosen one. As this message closes, your journey doesn't end. It expands. This is the beginning of living in complete, undeniable financial freedom. Not because you forced it, not because you faked it, but because you embodied it. So let the world see. Let them witness what happens when someone stops believing in lack and starts becoming the light. Let your joy speak louder than their doubt. Let your vision outgrow their expectations. Let your abundance be your answer. And remember this, you will never worry about money again, because you are no longer the version of yourself that invites that fear. You are abundance. You are flow. You are proof. And this is your forever. Breathe into it. Walk in it. And don't look back.